Hi dears, this is Raji. Related to the chapter metallurgy, we need to learn an important topic, how to extract aluminium from bauxite ore. It's a very important process and so many steps are also involved in this process. But to understand that better, we will have to learn some basic terms related to metallurgy. So in this video, we will be discussing what's the difference between ores and minerals. What are the important ores of aluminium? And what do you mean by the process of concentration of the ore? And there is a special technique to concentrate bauxite ore, that is Bayer's process. So we will discuss the Bayer's process also in detail, and at the end of the video I have kept a lot of board questions also related to that. So let's start with it. Now see this picture. Can you tell me what's so special about metals like gold and platinum? We call them as noble metals. What's the reason? Just like noble gases, these metals are also highly stable. They won't react with anything. Because of the same reason, you can see this gold and platinum in the free state in earth crust. Whereas other elements like sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, etc. can be seen only in the combined state. What's the reason? As they are reactive, they will be combining with other non-metals and will be existing as oxides, sulfides, carbonates, etc. Or in general, we can say that these metals will be existing in the earth crust as metal compounds. Along with that, some impurities also will be associated with it. Okay, this metal compound plus impurity, we call it as a mineral. Agreed? And the impurity associated with the mineral, we call it as gangue. One American English person told me, ma'am, it should be pronounced as gonch like that. I don't know about that. Okay, my teacher taught me like that. It's all up to you to decide. Okay, but when you're writing, it should be Gangue. Okay. Yeah, so can you tell me what's a mineral? Minerals are naturally occurring compounds of metal which will be mixed with impurities such as sand, limestone, rocks, etc. Got it? Yeah. Now see this one. You have a metal oxide with you and a metal sulfide also with you. What's your intention? Your intention is to get back the metal from this mineral. Okay. So what you are doing? You are putting lot of money, lot of effort, lot of hard work. As a result of that, from the metal oxide you are getting only this much amount of metal. Are you happy? Not that much. After that, you are taking a different mineral of the same compound. See, this one is a metal sulfide. You are putting lot of money, lot of hard work, lot of time. As a result, see, you are getting this much amount of metal out of it. Are you happy now? Yes. So what we are trying to tell? Metal oxide also, metal sulfide also. Both are minerals only. But from metal sulfide, you could extract the metal profitably. If so, metal sulfide is an ore, we will say. Correct? So how can you define ores? Ores are minerals from which metals can be extracted profitably with minimum effort. And the process of extraction of metal from the ore is called metallurgy. Got it? So what's so special about aluminium? Remember, it's the most abundant element in earth crust. You will be getting questions related to the important ores of aluminium also. What are the important ores of aluminium? One is bauxite. And what's the formula? Al2O3.2H2O. Cryolite. Cryolite is Na3Al F6. And another one is corundum. That is Al2O3. You should remember. We said that bauxite is an important ore of aluminium. What's the formula? Al2O3.2H2O. Is it possible to get back aluminium from bauxite? Of course it is possible. But the process is not so easy. There are so many steps involved in that process. Bauxite we get after mining will be in the form of big pieces of rocks, right? So first the ore has to be crushed and powdered well. After that it has to be concentrated. Then it should be electrolytically reduced. So in this video, we will be discussing only about the concentration process and we will discuss the questions also related to that. So what do you mean by concentration? Yeah, let's see the next page. See this one. The process of removing impurities from the ore is known as concentration of the ore. Why we are calling it so? Suppose in the mixture we have ore also and the gangue also, the impurity. And if you are removing gangue, what will happen? The mixture will become more and more concentrated with the ore. Okay. So that is the reason the process is known as the concentration of the ore. Got it? See, these many methods are there for the concentration of the ore. But which method has to be used? It depends upon the nature of the ore. In the case of bauxite, the suitable method is the chemical method. That is also known as the Bayes process. What is Bayes process? We will have to learn that in detail. So what is Bayes process? Bayes process is used for the concentration of bauxite ore. Or you can say that it is used for removing the impurities which are associated with bauxite ore. Which is a main impurity that is associated with the bauxite ore, that is ferric oxide. Along with that, other impurities like silica also will be present. But whenever ferric oxide is in greater amount, we will be performing Bayes process for the concentration of the ore. So as a first step, what we need to do, we will have to heat the ore to a high temperature. For what purpose we are heating? So any volatile impurities which are associated with the ore can be removed by that method. Yeah. After that, we will have to heat the ore with hot concentrated sodium hydroxide solution. Write and see what's the formula of bauxite Al2O3.2H2O. We will be treating it with sodium hydroxide, hot concentrated sodium hydroxide solution. How long we will heat it? Yeah, 2 to 8 hours you need to heat it. Yeah, at what temperature we will heat? 140 to 150 degrees Celsius. Okay. So after that what will happen? Aluminium oxide and sodium hydroxide will react together to form sodium aluminate, NaAlO2. Along with that, little bit of water also will be formed. Got it? The first step is over. I will tell you an easy method to balance this equation also. I have written this water that is associated with aluminium oxide little bit above. While balancing initially, we won't take this water. Okay. Yeah. Now write it. Aluminium. Balance it. We are putting a 2 in front of sodium aluminate. As a result, sodium is also becoming 2. Okay. Yeah. Hydrogen is correct only. Count the oxygen on both sides. 3 plus 2, 5. And here also, yeah, oxygen is 4 plus 1, 5 only. Correct, no? Without taking these 2 molecules of water, we balance this equation. After that, what we need to do? Now, we need to include these 2 molecules of water also. When these 2 molecules of water was not there, it was 1 molecule of water in the product side. After adding these 2 molecules of water, we will have to write 3 molecules of water on the product side. Got it? It's so easy now, right? Yes. Yeah, in this step, we will have to remember one point. Aluminium oxide is what type of a substance? We call it as, yeah, amphoteric oxide. Why it is an amphoteric oxide? Yeah, because aluminium oxide can react with a base also as well as an acid also. Whenever it is reacting with a base, it is acting as an acid. Okay. Yeah. So sodium hydroxide can react with aluminium oxide. Why? Because it is amphoteric in nature. But the impurity that is associated with bauxite is ferric oxide. What is the nature of ferric oxide? Yeah, metal oxides are generally basic in nature. Sodium hydroxide is also a base. Ferric oxide is also basic in nature. Both will not react. As a result, what will happen? Yeah, ferric oxide, as it is not reacting with sodium hydroxide solution, the impurity will be settling down at the bottom and we call it as red mud. Agreed? Yeah. Whereas the ore that can react with sodium hydroxide and it will be getting converted into sodium aluminate, and as it is a soluble substance, like it will remain in the solution only. Got it, no? As ferric oxide is insoluble in sodium hydroxide, you can filter it out. After removing the impurity, the sodium aluminate solution, we will cool it. Okay, we have sodium aluminate with us. We are diluting the solution and at the same time we are reducing the temperature to 50 degrees Celsius. So what will happen? You will be getting sodium hydroxide. Along with that, aluminium hydroxide will be precipitated out, right? So sodium aluminate, we are cooling it to 50 degrees Celsius and adding water to that. You will be getting sodium hydroxide and aluminium hydroxide precipitate. As aluminium hydroxide is precipitating out, we can again filter it out. Okay, and this sodium hydroxide can be again recycled and used for the first reaction. Great, no? Yes. After filtering out aluminium hydroxide, we will wash it, dry it and we will ignite it to 1000 degrees Celsius. Write and see. AlOH thrice. Okay, upon heating to 1000 degrees Celsius, what will happen? You will be getting aluminium oxide. Okay, along with that, water also will be formed. Easy. So after removing the impurities, finally you are getting pure aluminium oxide. Okay, we concentrated the ore. Now see the questions. These are the board questions related to the topic which we have discussed now. Read and find out. Name the following metal. A metal present in cryolite other than sodium. You should know the formula of cryolite. Okay, what's the formula? Na3Al(F6). Okay, sodium aluminum fluoride. So what's the question? Other than sodium, which metal is present in that? Okay, so the answer is aluminium. Fluorine is a non-metal. We know that. Read the next one. A metal which is unaffected by dilute or concentrated acid. Metals like potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, etc. They are toppers of the reactivity series. They are highly reactive. Whereas metals like silver, gold, platinum, which are present at the bottom portion of the reactivity series, will be highly unreactive. Which answer you can write? Either gold or platinum also you can write. Okay, got the answer. Read the next one. Write balanced chemical equations for the following reaction. Aluminium oxide and sodium hydroxide solution. Write and find out aluminium oxide. Whenever we are writing aluminium oxide, remember that is an amphoteric oxide. So when it is reacting with hot concentrated alkali, what will be the product obtained? Sodium aluminate, NaAlO2. Along with that, water also will be present. So whenever you are writing that oxide, you should write Al2O3.2H2O. Now they are asking, aluminium oxide only. So you can go for this equation also. Without water that is present in aluminium oxide, you can balance this equation. Okay, got it. Now read this question. Fill in the blanks using the most appropriate words. The ore from which aluminium is extracted must be first treated with dash so that pure aluminium oxide can be obtained. Which is a proper reagent? That is hot concentrated alkali or sodium hydroxide you should write. Okay, yes. Write the formula of cryolite. We have done that repeatedly. They are asking Na3Al(F6). Okay, so easy. Now see the last page. Name the solution that is used to react with bauxite as first step in obtaining pure aluminium oxide in Bayer's process. Same questions they are repeatedly asking. Okay, the answer is hot concentrated sodium hydroxide solution you should write. Now see the next one. Write the equation for the reaction where aluminium oxide for the electrolytic extraction of aluminium is obtained by heating aluminium hydroxide. So which equation they are asking? After the precipitation of aluminium hydroxide, how it can be converted into pure Al2O3. For that what we need to do? We will have to ignite it to a temperature of 1000 degrees Celsius. Okay. So what will happen? You will be getting aluminium oxide and water also. Got it? Okay. Hope you might have understood Bayer's process very well and you are able to answer these many questions also related to that. Thanks for watching. Keep on working hard. See you in the next video.